and welcome to Fan-Ime. My name's Max, and this guy,
I'm Kien.
and we are doing a review over the Death Note movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so brief synopsis. Light is an extremely brilliant but bored high school student. I did not get anything that he's brilliant, by the way. Until the strange day where he accidentally encounters the Death Note, a mysterious notebook with the powers to kill anyone whose name is written inside it. With the Death Note in hand, he goes on a personal crusade and moves to kill all evil in the world and become God. He does this all in his new name, Kira, and declares himself the law and justice of the world. At first, things go as he planned, and he moves toward making a better, quote-unquote, world. However, things don't go as he has anticipated, as the relentless L tracks him down and arrests him.
All right. Well, it's a movie.
It's there. It's on Netflix. If you feel like hating yourself for a little bit,
go on to the Netflix. It's they really marketed this shit, and it just premiered today when we record it. But this will come out the next Friday. It's a movie. All right, so before I go all nerd rage on this, because Death Note was like one of my gateway animes in high school where all my friends were watching it, so it was like cool to watch it and be like, oh yeah, we can talk about anime. Like it came out when I was a freshman in high school, so that means that came out when Max was in 6th grade. Oh shit.
You're that much older than I am?
Yeah, remember, I am.
Okay, yeah, you are 3 years older than me.
I am 3 years older than you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say some good parts. Like, all right, so for the most part, I think they got L's character correct. Like he is.
They did for a while.
For a while, he's a weird. Like he's weird.
He's incredibly quirky. Has a huge thing for candy and sitting awkwardly on pillows.
Yeah, and I think that is like for me number one. Like I was like, all right, like, and the movie's pacing for the first part is okay. Like it's fun. Like
it's all right. Yeah.
I gotta give props to Netflix for making practical effects again. Like, not a lot of it is CG. Obviously Ryuk is gonna be CG, and I know, John, if you're listening, you're probably like, fuck CG. I'm like, and I understand, but I like L's character a lot, and I also really like Ryuk's character a lot. I like that this incarnation of Ryuk is very not like too in your face, but he's in your face enough to where like he's comic relief during these we'll put quote unquote tension throughout the movie. And like also I also find like I said, I love Ryuk in the movie. I like Willem Dafoe's performance. Like
it was awesome.
He sounds like Ryuk. Like he probably didn't do the mocap, like that was probably just CGI'd in. But like his mannerism, his like voice and mannerisms are very, like, it's very understandable. He eats apples and all that shit, like, but Light doesn't introduce him to the apples, which is fine. Like, I didn't think that was, like, that big of a thing.
Well, I mean, like, the first apple he had was ripped off a teacher's desk while he was in detention.
Right.
So, I mean, whatever, but at least they, like, brought in a lot of the things. Like, you could tell some of the people who worked on this movie had actually seen the anime.
Right, and I feel like at least they got, like, the cliff notes of the anime.
Yeah.
A little, like, this, it's kind of like, the Dragon Ball evolution theory is like, oh, we've got cliff notes of what happened in this anime. So this happened, then this happened, then this happened. So, like like I said, I'm trying to be positive in the beginning, so I can just like, I'm keeping myself calm and collected right now. If y'all just are wondering, like, I'm not like, not yet at least, but no, and I honestly, to be real, I like the rules in the Death Note. I think for the way the movie works, I think it is awesome. Mm-hmm. That, like, you know, he's like killing people, and for some weird reason, it's a very interesting concept that, like, some of the rules they didn't have in the anime, like burning. Like, one of the rules is like you can stop a death by burning the name. That wasn't in the anime.
Nope.
And one of the other rules that I'm okay with them not having is, like, technically, if you touch the Death Note, you can see the Death God that is the owner of that Death Note.
Yeah.
But in this one you can't, which I'm okay with because, like, it makes Light look more crazy.
Yeah, it added a more dynamic to the movie. If they had both been able to see it, it would have it would have been odd.
Right. So I mean, there's that, and I mean, all right. Now I'm done. I can't, Max. I can't stop. I can't say nice things anymore about this movie.
Yeah, I don't.
This movie is fucking garbage.
We touched on all the nice things already.
This movie is utter bullshit to me, and to me it is worse than Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh yeah.
I enjoy Dragon Ball Evolution enough to be like suspension of disbelief. This movie is just a dumpster fire. Like, I enjoyed it because it was dumb and it was stupid. Like, the first fucking thing you see. First time you see Ryu Light screaming like a girl, he's like, ah, oh my god, someone help me, please.
Yeah, he fucking pansies out and like smashes his face into a door, basically.
That's the thing that gets me about Light's character in this, is that like Light is a shit character in this. He is played off so bad.
Oh yeah.
Like so bad. And then like there's just so much I can really go into. Like, I hate Mia's character, who is supposed to be Misa from Death Note, the anime. I get how they had to change her. She can't be a pop idol, so she's just this cheerleader who's like smoking and she's like edgy. And I'm like, I fucking hate this character.
She has a weird death boner.
She has a weird death boner, and it is very bothersome. And to be honest with you, the dialogue is fucking awful for the most part.
It is horrible.
This is like if the CW got thousands of extra dollars, and it's so bad. Like, y'all wonder why Netflix is in debt? It's shit like this. Like, Netflix, y'all can just keep taking like other people's shit. Like, stop making original movies. Stop. They're not fun.
Yeah,
They're
quit with the
stupid.
movies.
Yeah, just go keep on with the series.
Yeah, the TV shows that you're coming out with are good. Your movies suck ass.
Like, if this was a series, I could maybe get it, but it's so like, I thought it looked like it was going to be a two-part movie, two or three-part movie, and that's like that is what I like thought it was going to be, because of the way they talked about it. But no, it's a straight up fucking like hour and 40 minutes all crammed into this. Like, okay, the original anime, if you want to, let's take out like the near and mellow parts.
Yeah.
And we will actually be doing a review, we'll be doing a comparison, but I'm just throwing this out there, is that like, even the fucking, I don't even like the Japanese live action Death Note movie, but that even has more fucking story because it's split into two. So you like, the first part is to getting to know all the characters, and the second part is the drama of like, who is Kira? And like, my thing about this is just kind of like, it's hard for me to like circle around Light's character, is because in Death Note the anime, Light is a very charming character. Like, you know he's an asshole,
but he's incredibly persuasive and charming. He's a very
incredibly persuasive asshole. This kid is just a whiny bitch, and it's just so mind-boggling to me that like, this kid is the one that gets the, like, I get it. My thing about this is I like the concept a little bit more of a guy who's not like super brilliant and like super genius getting this note, and he's like, well, fuck these guys. But it gets weird. Like, the first 20 minutes is like his origin story, and like, I think that they should have split this into like either like a 4 to 5 part miniseries, each an hour or so long.
I would have been much better.
The first episode just chronicling Light fucking becoming Kira. The second episode is him bringing Misa in and things like that. And the third episode from the like 5th is like, you know, the cat and mouse chase. You don't even get a cat and mouse chase. You get the fucking just, it's so...
Yeah, there is no cat and mouse chase. L figures out who Kira is in a matter of, what, 20 minutes?
20 minutes. He's like, it's from Seattle. If you see this, like, this. I'm like, that's a really smart thing. Like, I'll give him that. Like, I'll give him that, like, L is supposed, like, that's the thing. Like, L's character, for the most part, is intact. Like, he's like weird, fucking psycho dude, and I do like the callback to when you first meet L in the anime. There's a callback where like when you meet L, he's on a computer screen, and like I understand that like you had to change it because he's like fight me now, bitch, and he's like out in public, but then L's character goes 180. Like L is supposed to be this cold, deductive character. And then all of a sudden, when Watari dies, he goes all crazy, like, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna kill you. Like,
yeah, he just goes ballistic.
Not L at all. Like, when Watari dies in Death Note, it does affect L, but he's still a competent and, like, cold and calculated detective.
Yeah.
This L becomes, like, super moody, just like Light. And I can't stand it, and I can't really say it's a bad thing. Like, I like the actor really well. Like, this dude, like, the thing that really got me, I was talking to Max, there's this, 6-minute chase scene, and, like, the guy who plays him, I'm gonna get his name real quick, because he is the same guy from Get Out, and I'm like, when he's the guy in Get Out who's, like, running fucking crazy. Like, Google that thing, it was a meme for a while. Like, he's that crazy guy, and, his name is... something. He's in this movie, and he's running just like he did in Get Out, and I'm like, all I was telling Max, I was just like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty positive that's like how we ran the mile in high school. It's like, all right, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna catch you, but like,
dude, he runs like a hunchback without being hunchback, and he's just like really weird.
Keith Stanfield. His name is Keith Stanfield. Like, he also plays Snoop Dogg in Get Out of Compton.
Oh my god.
Fuck you. That was a good movie. That was a good
This
look.
actor has gone from interesting role to what the fuck are you doing?
I mean, it's an interesting role. Like, I get it. Like, y'all, like, this isn't, like, for me, this isn't, like, I'm gonna say this now, and it's not because, like, whitewashing sucks and things like that. Like, whitewashing does suck. 100%. But after watching Ghost in the Shell and fucking Death Note now, America, you just need to stop fucking touching anime.
Yeah,
like,
leave it alone.
I know y'all are just trying to be like, you know it's gonna make money.
Yeah.
And like, I'm gonna say this because like anyone who's obviously people are gonna listen to anime. Like, y'all motherfuckers need to stop going to these movies too and like clicking on this like. Granted, I have no room to talk because we have to review shit like this, and like we have to.
Yeah, but we're here to tell them that this movie sucks, so you don't have to watch it.
See it.
Yeah.
Like, but the thing about it is such a bad movie. Like, it wasn't like the first parts of it super campy, hella campy. I thought it was like enjoyable. I thought it was funny. I thought like I said, I thought Light's character was like, he's a whiny little bitch. That's cool.
Yeah, like...
But as the movie progresses, you're just like... You kind of, like... In the way, I kind of feel for Light a little bit because at least in this, he knows he's in too deep.
Yep.
In the anime, Light's like, I'm amazing. I'm God. Like, Light in the anime has a legitimate, like, I'm amazing. And he has a God complex. This, like, doesn't have a God complex.
No.
Mia does. And so Mia, to me... is more Light-ish from the anime than Light is. I think Light, they switch roles in this, and I think that's what kind of bothers me.
Right.
Because, like, I feel like the roles should have been, like, if you would have done that, then make Light a girl. And then, you know.
Right.
You should have, like, I think Mia should have been Light, and Light should have been, like Micah or something like that. Like, that's the thing that really gets me about this is because when you watch it, it's like, it's weird to see, because like, in the anime, Mia, who is known as Misa Misa, is just there for Light because she's like, I love you, Light, I'll always be there for you. Not because he's a death god or anything like that, because she actually really likes Light. This Mia's a fucking bitch who only is with Light because she has a weird death boner.
Yeah, incredibly weird death boner.
Right. And it's weird, like, that's the one thing I got, one of my biggest complaints is, like, Mia's weird obsession with, like, killing people that, like, turns her on. That's the thing that, like, freaks me out.
Yeah,
in
there's
this
a
movie.
scene in the movie where they're just sitting in the room and he's like just playing on his computer or whatever, and Mia is fucking watching like murder scenes from movies and shit, and you're like, dude, chill out.
Right, and that's like it's such a bad movie that like I couldn't like there's some movies like I said, and I brought up Dragon Ball Evolution before, and John always give me shit because I'm like, Dragon Ball Evolution isn't like super bad. It's a piece of garbage, but like it's funny to watch and make fun of.
Yeah.
This I can't even make fun of because it's that ridiculously bad. Like
yeah, it was just straight up disappointing.
Like the ending, and I'm gonna spoil it. Sorry, spoilers, guys. The ending is so much bullshit. Like
right,
he so
fucking convolutedly writes this out, and
yeah,
it's like so bullshit how he writes it.
Cause like in the dramatic chase scene, like he only has a certain amount of time, but yet he's able to write like at least 4 pages worth of fucking paragraphs of like story. Like to be fair, honestly, like I thought it would be like if they would have made this like kind of funny, be like, yeah, I'm going to college to be a creative writer. I'm like, that'd be hilarious. But like he's like, I've just got a vivid imagination and I'll just write all this shit. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, like they play off that he's more imaginative on the things, especially earlier in the Kira part where like when you start seeing the murders and shit, he is like there when they're looking at the murder scene, except for he's not really there. And it's
right.
like really odd. Like the fucking mass murder scene in Japan, and there's one dude walking through the murder and it turns around and it's Light in a hood and you're like, what? What?
Right, it's such a bad movie. And it's just like I was live tweeting the event while we were watching it, and like everyone's all in agreement like, yeah, this is a shit movie. Like everyone's like, I'm really disappointed. And Linda Momsen, I'm just giving you a shout out here. She's like, it's like there's only like 1% of the anime within this movie, and she's like, absolutely right. It's called a fucking Death Note. It's called the goddamn Death Note. That is all it is. Like, I'm not even like.
I would have been more okay with this movie if they literally just had Ryuk and the Death Note, and it was totally new people. All new people. Not even L in it, not Light, not Mia, none of the people, just a whole new story.
Yeah, but like make like
references back to the
or
anime,
like counter
maybe.
pieces, like
yeah,
like this is the L-ish detective, this is the Light-ish main character,
yeah,
this
but
is
like
the side character. Like that's the thing that really bothers me about
this.
They
tried to make it the anime while making it different, but like they either should have gone more different or more similar, but they sat in a really shitty spot.
It's weird to me in this because like I praised the rules in the beginning, but the more I think about it, some parts of the rules don't absolutely make any sense because like the holder is technically, it says, is the only one that can write shit on the Death Note and kill people, but yet Mia gets the Death Note and writes shit and like kills people.
Uh-huh.
And then other people write shit and kills people. And so for me it's very
Sorry, there's a line from what I'm looking at, and it actually explains kind of that Mia is actually supposed to be the sociopathic side of Light. So Light wasn't even supposed to be the crazy one in this. Mia was actually supposed to be.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's...
So,
wow.
like, they took Light's crazy side and shoved it onto a whole nother character.
Okay, so... Then I guess that makes a little bit more sense.
It makes a little more sense. It's still incredibly disappointing, though.
It is incredibly disappointing. Well, now my review is a little bit more reasonable. That this character is the evil, is the crazy Light.
Right? Yeah, she is Light.
Y'all could have just called her Shadow, and I've been like, all right, she's the bad Light.
Yep, I would have been like, all right, whatever.
But like, it's
if they like put a nickname like in the beginning where like one line says that her nickname is Shadow,
like Shade or something like that.
Yeah, I would have been like, fine.
Okay, fine.
I get it now.
She's the opposite of Light. I get it. But like, for me, like, my favorite part of Death Note is the fucking interactions between L and Light because they're so fucking interesting. Because the first time they're like fucking like checking each other out, like feeling each other out on like what kind of person they are. They're playing fucking tennis, and it's tennis, but like there's like slow motion scenes of them like just investigating and like, well, look at the way he swings his thing. He must be Kira. Like that was the thing. Like no one believed like this one. It's like L just. Light just admits he's Kira to L, and it's so bothersome because
he doesn't admit it, but he basically says it without saying it.
He's like, well, if I am, don't you want to know how I do it?
If I am Kira, don't you want to know how he does it? If I am Kira, wouldn't you want to help him stop the evil? If I am Kira, wouldn't you want to know what's going on? Like, he's like, I'm not Kira, but psst, L. I'm Kira.
I might be Kira. I might like killing people. Like, that's the thing. Like, you should have just made Light crazy. Like,
right?
For real.
Like, if you had not put his crazy side onto a whole nother character and given it all to Light and just made this girlfriend like a girlfriend that he had prior to finding the book, I would have been more okay with it.
Because I would have wanted her to be like, you shouldn't be doing this. And I was like, no, I should. I'm a god. Like,
yeah,
that was my thing.
I kind of wanted the conflict between them, and there wasn't a whole lot of conflict till she fucking wrote his name in the book.
Right. Oh,
or
yeah.
tried to kill his dad.
Alert. He steals, like, so, how you find out Light is actually Kira is that his dad goes out and about, and he's like, ha 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 ha, fight me, Kira. Fuck you.
Smite me down, bitch.
If I die, when you strike me down, I will only come back stronger.
Well, I mean, he didn't say that, but Kien really imagined that he did. I really
imagined that he did. I was like,
Kien, like, heard him say that, and then, like, second took and was like, that's not what he said.
I was like, dude, did he just quote Star Wars? Damn it, no, he didn't. But no, like, it was so frustrating. It's so frustrating to watch this. It became, like... I will admit, the first half was entertaining.
Oh, yeah. But it was entertaining to watch. It was disappointing if you've seen the anime. It was entertaining until
L actually went to Seattle. And then it just got dumb.
Yeah, L tracked this down incredibly quickly. Like,
but that's the thing, you don't get the feel of how long it actually was. And I think that's another of my, like... everyone's like, well, you got to give a suspension of disbelief with this anime. I'm like, I don't give it a suspension of disbelief. You should feel like it's been like months, but it feels like it's just weeks.
Yeah, like the way the movie plays it has been an incredibly short period of time. Like this entire movie probably takes place within the span of 2 months.
Right. If that, it feels like a month because
month and a half.
My problem with this is that you're supposed to feel like Light kills people, like, because it's Seattle. There's you're supposed to feel like Light starts like killing meth addicts and shit like that, and then gets bigger and bigger. Yeah, nah, he goes hard right away.
Yeah, dude, fucking first person he kills is the school bully. Then he kills the dude who killed his mom. Then he kills a fucking dude holding up a store with his wife and kids inside. And then he goes to fucking world leaders.
Yeah, he starts killing, like, fucking Kim Jong-uns and fucking terrorist group. I'm like, okay, y'all are just too big for your britches. Like, I get that's why L found out fast, and, like, that's how they're like, ha ha ha, because, like, started out with this, and then if you look very carefully, it's this. And then I'm just like, alright, that's fucked up.
Yeah, like, I don't fucking know.
And I hate that, like, how it, like, I hate and like how his dad finds out at the end that he's Kira, because he looks at the fucking thing, he's like, I should have known it all along. That guy wasn't the first victim. The guy who killed your mom was the first victim.
No, the bully was.
No, for Kira.
Oh,
how he became actual Kira.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how he found out that Light was Kira.
Yep.
But that's the thing! That's another thing that bothers me about this. L in the anime has a weird sense of, like, good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like... I don't think L in the anime would be like, oh, you're a bully. Fuck you, die. He wouldn't do that.
No.
This L's like, yeah, just write it down. But, like, I get, like, Ryu coaxed him because he's like, I don't believe it. Then all of a sudden,
yeah, I get it. Ryu played a much faster manipulator.
Right, and I think that works out perfectly fine.
Yeah, because it's a movie, it's only, like, hour and 40 minutes. Like, Ryuk had to fucking manipulate him pretty quickly.
Right. I like the only real like L Light moment from the anime to the movie confrontation is when L is getting gelato and Light's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Like, I like that confrontation until it gets, like, to Light admitting he's Kira. I'm like, no, dude, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to be like, ha ha ha, I'm not, though.
Are you sure?
And, like...
Yeah, he was supposed to there was supposed to be a lot more cat and mouse in this, and it was cat just pouncing on mouse.
Right, and that's what it felt like. L knows Light is Kira, but he plays it off like he doesn't.
Yeah, he knew incredibly quickly, even before he admits it in the movie.
Right.
He knew. Like, he's coming to Seattle, goes directly to Light's dad.
Right.
Like, he doesn't blatantly know, but it's pretty fucking obvious that he's like, yeah, I'm pretty positive it's this kid out here in Seattle.
Right.
I figured it out because I'm super smart.
Right, and, like, I will give that, like, I like how they tried to, like, a lot of L's origins are very unknown, and there was a secret organization that is still super bullshit to me that are training the world's greatest detectives. Like, I'm like, why?
This group of trained detectives was, like, literally built to fight people with death notes, is how it seems in the movie. Like, these kids are picked up when they're children, their names are stripped and basically ripped away, and they're taught to, like, have weird mannerisms, stay hidden, and, like, never reveal their face and shit, and they have one dude who is their guardian.
Like, they have multiple. Like,
in this, he had one.
Yeah, he's supposed, like, every one gets, like, a guard.
Yeah.
But, like, I was like, alright, where's these other magical detectives? Because it only looks like just fucking one turned out to be good. Everyone else is like, well, I decided to be a supermarket owner.
Yeah, all of them got out of this place and they were like, you know, I could be like the world's greatest detective and like solve crime for the rest of my life. And,
or
like,
I could go to college and be an architect.
Yeah, I could just sit in my fucking dorm and jerk off.
That's like B Boyd is like his that's the letter he had. So he's like
B.
This thing was made by B. That's very hipster. No, that was my name because it was stripped away because I was supposed to be a detective.
It's the only name I know. They fucking ripped my name away.
You went to architecture school instead? Yeah, just, you know, it pays a little bit better than, like, you know, L's really good at everything, and he, like...
He basically capitalized on it. The rest of us were fucked from the beginning.
Right, he basically made a monopoly of investigations, so, like, everyone from A to Z that wasn't L just kind of had to get different jobs. Q was apparently working for James Bond, so...
Right. Fucking... What happens if there's more than 26 of these kids?
Then they get, like, Near and Mellow. No, because Near's letter was N and Mellow's letter was M. God damn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just, well, because Matt was named Matt. See, this is so the anime is convoluted, too.
The anime is convoluted as shit.
Don't be like, I like the anime, but I know its faults. And, like...
It's so convoluted.
Like, I'm glad they didn't do a time skip, because I would have been like, fuck the time skip, it's a lie. But, like...
If this hour and 40-minute movie did a time skip, I would have paused it and got up and walked out at that time.
I feel like that part 2 should have been the time skip, if anything.
Yeah,
still...
the first hour and 40 minutes should be pre-time skip, and then they should have done another movie post-time
It should have ended with Light killing L. Because that's what happened. Spoiler alert, y'all, anyone who's watching the... Like, don't listen to this if you haven't watched the anime, because there's a lot of references to the anime.
Oh, well.
Like, spoiler alert, at the end of the first season, Light kills L.
Yep.
Alright? So, then there's a time skip, and now Near, and Mellow are trying to find him. That would have made for a better movie. Like, yes... It sucks to kill a character you really like. I've watched Game of Thrones, man. Don't worry. I get it. I'm like, I'm rooting for this character. Dead. Alright, fine. Whatever. That's cool. But, like, that should have been a driving force.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, though. I found the way he survived it and, like, how he got, like, Light off his trail to be kind of creative.
Except for Light... fucking ended up basically tracking him down again at the end of the movie anyways.
Yeah. He's like, check my calculus book. And I'm like, you motherfucker.
Yeah. L is fucking sitting there from, like, shortly after getting bashed in the fucking head. It remembers this one word that is the pages in the calculus book. He's like, is this motherfucker in calculus? Who the fuck was in calculus? Was his girlfriend in calculus? Was his dad in calculus? Oh wait, his girlfriend's in calculus. Let me just go raid this chick's room. This is the one scene we have of this
without a search warrant, by the way.
Yeah, this is the one scene we have from this chick's room, from this chick's family, this chick's life. And it is the most bland room ever.
It is
like, I get there's a lot of clutter and shit, but it shows no personality whatsoever.
It is the most bland ending arc for L, too. That just makes me so mad, because I think he deserves so much more.
Well, Elle just, like, at the end of the movie, Elle is just staring at the Death Note page going,
Should I write Light's name down? Should I not? I don't know.
And that's the end. And you're like, alright, whatever.
And it makes me so mad, though. Like, I think the one thing that makes me mad is that I don't like Light. We talked about it briefly in the Anti-Hero episode, is that I don't like Light anyways because I thought Light was too perfect. And this movie made Light 2 not perfect.
Yeah, Light was just a shit show.
Light was just a shit show. And, like, my thing about L is, like, L is perfect-ish. But, like...
he's fucked up, too.
Yeah, but that's what makes me so mad, because I really like L in the anime. Like, he's my favorite... He's on my top 5 favorite anime characters of all time.
Oh, yeah, he's fucking amazing.
For me, he is up there. He's funny, he's smart, He's just got those anime tropes that I really enjoy, and, like, they make fun of to a point where I'm like, that's right, this is very enjoyable. But this L, for the first part, I'm like, all right, I can get down with this L. This L understands what he's doing. And then it just goes downhill. My thing about this movie is that, like, like Dragon Ball Evolution, it gets the idea. The people writing the Death Note, they kill people, and someone becomes a god. Right, they get it's like...
They were given the fucking Spark Notes.
They were given the fucking Spark Notes, again. And it's creative licensing, guys. It's, like, never gonna be like the anime. Like, y'all are just gonna have to understand that, like, you can't pack in 30 episodes into a feature-length film and have everything in it. Alright? Like, that's gonna be...
It's just not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. But my thing about this is it is such bastardization of just the characters that they had in the fucking anime that make me so mad. Like, it makes me so mad how Light turned out. Like, Light could have been... I'm not saying I want, like, super perfect sociopathic Light. I want a Light that's competent, that isn't doing this just to get his dick wet. That's my biggest problem with Light.
Yeah.
Like, Light isn't doing it because he's like, everyone deserves to die. No, he's doing it because he's like, man, if I kill people, this girl suck my dick. That makes me so mad, because that's not Light's character.
No.
If Light killed the bully and was like, you're right, fuck this guy, and he, like, looks at the bully, he's like, yeah, that guy deserves it, and then just starts killing people like that would have made complete sense. That would have made more sense than Mia being like, oh, hey, you kill people?
Yeah.
Let me just suck your dick right now.
Yeah.
No.
God, the first, like, he shows her the book, then they go home, and literally, it appears that night, after her getting one sign of proof that she's already fucking him and giving him the ideas to write more names in there. Like, it took her 24 hours to get in his pants and basically have reign of the book.
Right.
Like, the fuck.
Right. She, like, just sees what he did. He's like, salutes. And I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, like, the fuck.
Right. So I guess we should go into final thoughts in this movie and then give it a rating and why we gave it the rating. We're actually going to have 2 ratings.
Yeah.
We're going to have 2 ratings. We're going to have our personal rating and then a rating that we could give to people who have never seen Death Note as an anime and has never seen any of that. So, I will go first. My final thoughts is I think this is a complete utter piece of garbage. That comes to the only question I had from Adam Vanderland, and my question is, why do you think it's so bad? I think it's so bad is because they take, like we've talked about with all anime adaptations, is the Spark Notes. And why I think it's so bad is that you don't have to make the character a carbon copy of the character in the anime.
That's fine.
My problem with it is, like I said, Light's character is only doing it to get his dick wet. And L's character at the end of the movie goes batshit crazy when he shouldn't have.
Right.
That is literally my problem. And my other problem is with Mia. Because Mia's is like an amalgamation of Misa and L's sociopathic side. Why didn't you change the roles? That was my problem with it.
Yeah, if she's
because
supposed
Elle's
to be
supposed to be the sociopath, and Mia's just supposed to be there, be like, yeah, I'm with you, Elle.
Yeah, so if Mia had gotten the book and Light was there with her, and like that would have been fine. I would have been fine with a gender swap. I would have been fine with that and seeing how that goes.
Right, I would have been totally fine with that. But no, like I said, the reason I don't like this movie, it's not because it's like, oh, it's because I like anime all the time, because anime's amazing, and I'm just a weeaboo and shit like that.
No, anime sucks sometimes.
Anime does suck sometimes. But no, the reason I do not like this anime to movie adaptation is because they don't get the characters right.
Yeah,
that's my only problem. You don't have to have the exact same story, and the characters don't have to be exactly like the anime. They have to have some remnants of it, not just a fucking name. That's all they have is just the fucking name.
Yeah, Light, literally, the only similarity between Light in the movie and the anime is their goddamn name.
Right.
Like, other than that, they're two incredibly different people.
Like, that is my problem with it. And so for my fucking personal rating, I give it a fucking 1. Like,
Jesus, you dropped it down.
I did. Because after talking about it, it made me realize more. Like, what this did for me, though, I give it a 1 because, like, I was going to just give it a good old fuck you and just say nothing. But, like, I'm giving it a 1 because now it makes me want to rewatch Death Note. Yeah. Alright? So, Netflix, kudos to you because what y'all did was you have the original Death Note on fucking Netflix. I'm gonna fucking watch that and be happy because I don't, that's the thing. Everyone gives me shit about this where I, like, most of the time I'm like, oh, it's just a movie, dude. It doesn't matter. John gives me shit about this all the time. He's like, but it's still in the back of your head. Yeah, but I know I can like, watch the original and I don't have to think about it.
Right.
Like, this, I don't have to think about. Like, this I kind of have to think about because if I, like, search Death Note on fucking Netflix, this is going to be the first thing that pops up. So, fuck you, Netflix. But for anyone else, I guess you should probably. I would give it a 4. But Lyndon does make a point. She's like, if you didn't watch the anime, it won't make sense to you. It won't make as much sense to you.
Yeah, well, the movie might be incredibly confusing.
Right. So I'll give it a 4 for the fans. I don't want you to check it out. I kind of do. If you watch anime, I kind of want you to check it out, and maybe you want to come in here and do a discussion with us again about
Rage.
Just like, I'm not. That's the thing. You know this. You know that I
No, like, I'm saying if one of these people watches this and feels like just raging,
right,
you guys can show up,
right, just
bitch
a storm. But, like, that's the thing. Max knows this. I wasn't gonna come in here ranting about it.
Yeah,
I came here very composed. But the more we talked about it, the more I'm like, oh, dude, I'm going to lower my... Like, the more I, like, notched points off of my rating. And I'm just like, God damn it. You had so much potential, but you ended up so bad.
Right?
That was my thing. Like, it was just... Like I said, I like Ryuk's character. I think it's very, like, you know, Ryuk-ish. And I like Elle until...
I like Elle for the first
part
minutes.
First part that Elle's in is awesome. I don't like Mia and I don't like Light. I think they're the most lackluster characters. Right. And I think his dad is the most lackluster character.
Oh
they should have had that relationship a little bit better. And I forgot to I muled over this, but, like, the reason why Elle's such a douche, and, like, I get it if your parent dies from, like I get why Elle wanted to kill the second guy. Because he killed his mom. And that should have been his, like, yes, like, this guy deserves it, so everyone else who's caused injustice deserved it. That's my problem with it. They should have went with, like, the reason why he's doing this is because someone killed his mom. Yeah. Like, that would have made completely more sense.
That would have made a lot more sense. Actually, I kind of like that idea. What if they had taken this not as a worldwide thing, but just Seattle-based? What if he was, like, the detective Elle was, like, a Seattle-based detective, and Light was a kid from Seattle, and he started fucking with people in Seattle.
Yeah, but then it goes worldwide. That's what happened. But that's what happens in the anime. It starts going a little worldwide.
But what I'm saying is, what if they took the movie and never went worldwide?
Right. Well, then it'd be kind of weird.
It'd be odd. I get it, but like
my also big complaint is that, like, not a complaint. I think it was actually really smart of them to do that. Like, well, we're gonna think he's Japanese because he's using the term Kira. That was smart, and I will give them that. Like, I like the way that's how they gave the name Kira to his name, like a little callback. There are certain things in this. Like, I like Wattori in this for whatever small role he is, because Wattori was a cool character in the anime. But, like, they just don't give him anything.
Yeah, no, he is very, very shallow in this.
I'm feeling like they had a lot more, but they cut it down a lot. Like,
yeah, I feel like this could have been
way
like a 2.5, almost 3 hour movie,
right,
and Netflix was like,
right.
fuck it.
Because, like, if they do have a director's cut, and Netflix is like, all right, we'll put the director's cut out. Because I feel like there was a lot more to Wattori than...
Well, I feel like there could have been a lot more to a lot of people.
Right, and I think that might be, because, like I said, like, the relationship between Light and his dad is just fucking terrible.
Yeah.
So boring.
It's incredible. The main thing, there are two main scenes between Light and his dad. The first scene, where they're, like, basically yelling at each other because of the murderer who killed their mom.
Well, they were yelling at each other because he got into a fight and he was found cheating. Yeah, he was found cheating and got detention. I also think that's a little fucked up that, like, no one was like, why are you on the ground, like, beaten up? Like, everyone's like, well, you get detention for cheating on homework. I'm like, that's fucked up.
Okay, well, they did say that he, like, ran into something or some shit, and they had no proof that the kid hit him.
Right, okay.
But, like, that is the major scene, and then the other major scene between him and his dad is when he literally just walks up and hugs him, lasts for about 10 seconds, and the dad answers the phone. Those are the two biggest scenes between the father-son.
That and the end.
I don't even give that a big scene. That, honestly, the dad could have not walked in at the end, and the movie would be no different.
No, I get you on that. It is such a fucking dumpster. Like
he could have gotten the book, put it underneath his pillow, and the movie could have been over.
Right.
The parts that come after that, like Elle going on this rampage and finding the page, him talking to his dad, and him and Ryuk walking in and laughing, that was not needed. That
Ryuk laughing could have...
Like, I would have been fine if that was the end. Ryuk laughing. Because that's a very Ryuk thing. Right. But, like...
But I don't think he should be laughing at Elle. He should just be out and about eating an apple and laughing.
Yeah.
That would have worked out a lot better.
So, like, I don't know. Like, the confrontation between his dad about him being Kira.
Alright, I'm changing this, my fan rating.
Yeah?
It's a fucking 2.
Alright. Holy lowball.
Yeah, I'm lowballing this movie like a mother. No, because, like, the more we think about it, the more I have, like... the urge to, like, sift through my, like, anger, and I'm like, nah, okay. Yeah, still my personal rating, a 1, because fuck this movie. Y'all shouldn't see this at all. Don't watch it.
Yeah, please don't watch this
because if you keep pressing that button to watch it, they're going to be like, we should get more of this and watch more, make more of these anime adaptations to movies.
And we're just going to keep getting shit shows.
Y'all need to stop. Like...
watch it once and never, ever, ever, ever click it again.
There was
for the
one
love of
good
God.
American-made adaptation of any, like, manga and light novel, and that is Live, Die, and Repeat, or A Time to Kill with Tom Cruise.
That was a good movie.
They got that right.
They didn't even have to say that this was from a manga or an anime.
Right.
They just made a movie, and it was a great movie, and anybody who had seen... or done anything with this prior was like, I like this too. This good. Do this.
This movie, this Death Note movie, is a dumpster fire. Like,
fucking
dumpster
trash.
fire. Max, I forgot. What do you give it?
Alright, well, prior to our conversations, I was going to rate this a lot higher. My personal rating is a 2.
Yeah!
Maybe a 2.5.
Oh, fuck you.
Depends on how drunk I am the next time I accidentally watch this movie.
We gotta have to rewatch it for notes.
Oh, God, yeah, we do, because we're gonna do our fucking...
Yeah.
Alright, but, like, what I'm gonna say is, if you've never seen Death Note, the anime, and you watch this movie, I'm gonna give it a 3.5. The movie's gonna be confusing as shit, the acting sucks, the movie is convoluted as fuck, and it does not portray very well how things go. Like, the way the movie shows it, it looks like it's a month long, and it felt like it should be longer. So, like, you're gonna have a hard time watching this movie if you've never seen the anime.
I just totally realized Masaoka, the guy from Heroes, the guy who can like teleport and freeze time, he was in this fucking movie in a smidgen. I was like, yo, what? Yo?
Yeah, dude, he had an incredibly small cameo.
He just says one thing in Japanese, and he's like, where are you going? And Light's like, Seattle.
L is like, Seattle. And that's it. And that's it.
I will give that, like, the scene where it introduced L is very aesthetically pleasing.
Oh yeah,
with the neon lights and things like that.
But like, don't get me wrong, a lot of the things in the movie actually look pretty good.
It's aesthetically pleasing. Like,
yeah, the movie looks good. That's one thing Netflix seems to be doing pretty well, is they can make it look good. They're really bad at writing. They're really bad at like character creation shit. And they're really bad at, like, doing a lot of other things. Basically anything else with a movie. Especially if it's an anime adaptation. Oh, God. But they can make it look good, at least.
Right. And
like, I liked the death scenes that you got to see. Some of those looked pretty cool. I liked L's introduction. I liked the fucking high-tech computer shit and everything he had all the time.
The effects are fucking cool. Like,
it looks
I've
good.
got to
like,
give you
Ryuk looked awesome.
Right.
I am still pissed off as fuck that he literally is standing in his shadow every time you see him.
You know why, though. They ain't gonna pay money to...
I wanted to see the creepy clown Ryuk looking shit.
Right, no, I feel you on that. Like, I like how they're, like, still trying to make it a Japanese audience. It's like, see, like Elle's in Japan finding out where Kira is, and then there's like, oh look, there's a nice Japanese family in Seattle looking as these people fall and plummet to their deaths.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. And the weird thing, like, Elle is like this reclusive, high tier detective, and Light's dad, just like on the base Seattle police force, has heard of Elle, and his only explanation is, yeah, word gets around.
So, I was reading, like, the production notes on this, and this has been going on since 2009. First, Zac Efron was rumored to play Light, and Zac Efron really liked Death Note. He's like, he heard the pod, he's like, nah, man. And then Shane Black, the guy who did fucking Lethal Weapon and Iron Man 3, which is shit, but still fun, had been hired to direct the film, with the script being written by Anthony Bergrazzi and Charles Mondry. Warner Brothers Studios planned to change the background story of Light Yagami into one of vengeance instead of justice and remove Shinigamis from the story. What? What? Nah.
How does that make any sense? The whole point of the book is that it's a book that basically directs the Shinigami to kill things.
Right. And, like, any of y'all who, like, brought the article, who might bring the article to me about, like, oh, the creator of Death Note said he really liked it and he really liked the twist. I'm like, yeah, because he's, like, petting his check and licking it. He's like,
yeah,
money.
We had the same exact talk
about Stephen King in The Dark Tower. Like, y'all just, like, you can't, no offense,
somebody
creators.
Who gives their creative child to somebody else for a large sum of money, even before the movie comes out, they might not even watch it, is going to go, yeah, I liked that. It was good. You should all go watch it. Because, of course, every person who watches that fills their pocket even more.
He's like, it's like that Rick and Morty episode. Yeah, sure, I'll tell you if it's good. For money.
Right?
Like,
exactly.
That's my, Like, the more I'm reading into this, and, like, Masaoka is the reason why that dude's in it, because he produced it. And I'm just like, y'all are fucking dumb. Bought the film from Warner Brothers with a budget of $40 to $50 million, and a recent draft of the script being written by Jeremy Slater. Production, it was filmed in Canada. That just kind of makes me mad even more.
That
makes it even more CW-ish. That's what I mean. Like, the more I think about it, it was if CW made Death Note.
I'm disappointed in you, Canada. I'm Canadian, and you make me sad.
It Riverdaled. Riverdaled.
Damn it. And I watched Supernatural. I like that shit. And you fucked up again. Alright. Supernatural's getting bad, though. What? Alright. Yep. So, that was awesome. Thank you, guys. And, don't watch this movie.
Don't watch it. It's dumb. Bye.